Hey guys, good afternoon on this beautiful Wednesday, hump day. I wanted to make a video addressing like the stuff that we've been doing in St. Louis with the activism, but a lot of things I'm kind of perplexed about is like Keith Bache and Steve Schultz and Kevin Steincross, like those three situations. I'll have the hashtags down in the description below. I don't do very many vlogs like this, but uh, it's like Keith Bache made the comment about Mike Vick. I guess he was getting inducted into the Hall of Fame or whatever, but it's a comment that was made that made me think that you're promoting it, but you may be involved in this situation. And this situation should have ladies fired up and ready to go at this dude, but it bothers me because I have a daughter, and things like that. And Steve Schultz made some racist comments, and dressed in blackface and things like that. And then both of these people that made these comments are business owners. So I don't know why why people aren't, standing up to this and going to their businesses and hurting what's more important to them, their sponsors and their customers, by letting sponsors know, hey, this dude did that, this, that, and the other, and you guys are paying and doing business with this person. And the same thing for the customers. It's like it's giving an excuse to make things all right like that, and it's not okay. And it needs to be nipped in the bud. The situation with Kevin Steincross. This past January, Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, or Martin Luther King, son, was here in St. Louis, and he made the announcement on KTVI, Fox 2, and said Martin Luther King Jr., and people were naming it a slip-up and stuff like that, but we addressed it, and he was taken off the air, and protested it, and now he's gone, because, KTVI and the sponsors of KTVI, they got sponsors from everywhere, Nissan, grocery stores, clothing shops, you name it, they sponsor KTVI. They don't want to pay money out after something like that, and that's the face of KTVI, so they immediately wiped them out. Same thing can happen with Keith Bache, Steve Schultz, I guess that's his name, or anybody like him. You gotta get at their business if they want to, because they're gonna keep attacking us if they think it's okay, and you sweep things under the rug. And I wish that everyone in St. Louis had the initiative. Yeah, I know it's snowing, ice outside, but when you go out and protest, it's gonna have people wondering why are these, and you do it strategically and stuff. They're gonna be like, why are these people out here? Why are they protesting this business? And they're gonna come ask you, and you come and you inform. I mean, when they do come, you inform them of what's going on, and that helps right there, because it gets people talking. No one talks about situations no more. No one talks about Mike Brown. No one talks about, and if there is, it's more ridicule than anything. Everything needs to be talked about. These issues that are going on with the homeless and things like that, black on black crime, whether it's people dressed in blackface doing these crimes, or is black people getting paid off to do these crimes. It all needs to be talked about more often in a cafe, when you're out with a friend or something like that, or you just don't know what topics to talk about. We need to talk about things more often, because if we don't, then it's all going to get swept under the rug, and that's not cool. Shoot, I can't think of any more examples, but we made an example out of Kevin Steincross. He's off of KTVI. The same thing could be done with these two, so people can think twice before they, you know, think about saying something, degrading like that about black people or ladies. You know, if you click on the hashtag, you can find out what was said. But Keith Bache told Mike Vick's daughter that she should be sex trafficked. And if it's not okay to you, I expect you to spread the word about it, to talk about it. I would like for you to. And if you're in the St. Charles area, go protest his business. Hold up a sign explaining why you're out there protesting, so you won't be answering with the same answer all the time. You might get different questions, because the sign would say it all, and people would take pictures. It'd be, in memory or whatever. So it put that stigma back on them, because to the people that love sex trafficking and are involved in it, they're happy about it because that promotes it and keeps it going, and the hatred and stuff like that. But if you attack back, fire with water, then you could stop it, put it out, and hopefully we can get some progress done here in St. Louis. And one thing I would love activists to start doing is focus more on the enemy instead of quarrels between each other. That stuff can get rectified, but the situations between each other, let that be. If you have something against another activist or protester, let that person hang themselves if they're not pure. Or you could be the big brother, big sister, and look out for the person. Might save their life, and we